Hey there guys, welcome to Dinos Vault once again, and happy Independence Day to all of you, not only here in India but all the Indians outside India as well. And we're going out on a ride on this particular occasion, and we're going to start out from Alwal and we're going to head towards Siddipet. Maybe we'll touch Siddipet and return back home. And I was hoping to get a bike from an Indian manufacturer, and I'm thankful to Mr. KP Reddy from Yuvika Mahindra, who has been gracious enough to lend me this bike, the all-new Mahindra Mojo. And we're going to go on this bike, check how it performs in the long ride, and check its stability and throttle response and other features of the bike. And I also have with me Mr. Naresh, who always helps me out with shoots when I need an extra hand. So he has been helping me out all along, and I'm thankful that he's with me this time on this trip. And so I guess we're all set to start out, and it's a beautiful weather out here, nice chilly and breezy morning, Monday morning, and looks like the perfect weather for one hell of a ride to enjoy the Independence Day, the 70th Independence Day in grand style. So let's get started, let's hit the road, and let's see what the roads have in store for us today. So here we are on our way to the meetup point. We have planned to meet at a petrol bunk on Alwal main road. As always, I'm going to talk about something as we embark on today's journey. You must be wondering why the title Live Free Ride. Some of you have been eager to know as to how my journey in the auto industry started and how I ended up becoming a YouTuber. Well, I thought today, being our Independence Day, is the right time and occasion to share my story. So get ready to listen to the tale of a common man. So here we are at the meetup point. Riding today along with me are Vijay and Amir on their respective RC390s. Then we have Harsha, who rides an RC200. And finally, we have Mr. Koki, who is from Malaysia and is riding a Harley Super Glide. Meanwhile, since our meetup point falls in the cantonment area, accidentally an army personnel landed up at the fuel station. He was quite happy to meet us and requested us for a flag, and we gladly obliged by offering him one. I believe they are the real heroes who need to be acknowledged and awarded on such occasions, because they are putting their lives on the line to ensure we live our lives peacefully. So here goes a huge shout out and a salute to all the military personnel protecting and defending our country. Then, with the perfect weather and perfect setting, we hit the road hoping for a peaceful and pleasurable ride. We also tried putting the flags on our helmets for a short distance, and this is how it came out. We had most of them on the road waving at us and wishing us. I believe this is a day where we forget all our differences, forget about caste or religion or community, forget who is great or small, because there is only one thing running through our blood and veins, and that is the fact that we are Indians first. I hope and pray if only we can live each day with a similar thought and attitude, our world would become an actual heaven on earth. Now getting back to the ride, I am riding the Mahindra Mojo. I wanted to feature a bike from our Indian manufacturers on this episode. I'm glad it is the Mojo because Mahindra have recently created history by clinching their first Moto3 win in the MotoGP, the first ever for an Indian manufacturer. It's a really proud moment for all of us Indian bike enthusiasts to celebrate, so I was really happy that my dealer friend was courteous enough to lend me their demo bike for this ride. Now after riding with the flags on our helmets, we stopped and put them inside such that they would not fall off when we up our pace through the ride. Usually after the flag hoisting ceremony, we see so many flags lying on the ground and people even walk over it. My humble request to you guys is that if you see any flag lying on the ground, please pick it up and place it in some place where it can be revered and respected. My friend's flag fell off right in the middle of the road when we were riding, and I stopped by and ran towards it to get it. Fortunately, before I could get to the flag, a group of guys driving in a car pulled up, picked up the flag and brought it to me. I felt really happy for the kind of respect the guys had for our national flag. Now I think it's about time I tell you my life story as to how I ended up becoming a YouTuber. For that we need to rewind back to 2014. At that time I was working as a QA and a QC for a BPO. I had been in the same industry since 2002, holding multiple positions like QA, QC, unit head, etc. All along, I was always keen on closely following the auto scene here in India as well as around the world, so much so that even my friends at office used to seek my advice back then on which bike or car to buy. My first couple of reviews back in 2012 were the ownership reviews of my RTR 160 and Chevrolet Beat. Both of them were published on famous auto blogging sites here in India, and the response I got for those two reviews was quite overwhelming. Then I got requests to write more reviews, so out I went and I reviewed a few more bikes. By that time I thought it would be better to set up my own blog because people were having a hard time finding my reviews, so having them in one place on my blog would make things easier for them. That's how dinosvault.com was born. So I went ahead reviewing cars and bikes. My first ever bike review was that of the KTM Duke 200, and my first car review was that of the Chevrolet Sail sedan. Now long story short, that went on for a while before I realized that I needed to reach more people. All along I was working with my regular job and doing this when I had free time. Then once when I was browsing on YouTube for a bike review, I didn't find that particular model review on YouTube. Now I wanted to have a detailed close-up look at the bike I was searching for. I also wanted to know about the specs, features, real-time mileage and other things about the bike like seating comfort, fuel tank capacity, etc. I realized there was no one else featuring cars or bikes the way I wanted to see them. A nice close-up and personal look at the car or bike I would plan to buy. Then I started my channel with walk-around reviews and sharing my test drive experience at the dealerships. Most of the dealers were very cooperative and I'm forever grateful to them because they trusted in my ability to analyze and review their products. As I started posting videos, the audience started loving my presentation because no one else had ever done walk-around videos before, at least here in India. Even outside India, in walk-around videos, people never used to share any info about the product. So when you start something unique, it's only a matter of time before you start getting noticed. That initial phase though was very tough, managing my job and my home. I need to tell you guys about my home as well and under what circumstances I'm running this channel, because you guys keep requesting me for various reviews and I give you the liberty for that because I consider you guys my friends. At the same time, you need to know what limitations I have on a daily basis. Trust me guys, my life has all the ingredients to be a perfect tearjerker. I'm the only son in our family. My dad is retired and physically handicapped. My mom is retired as well. My sister is suffering from bipolar disorder. I'm married and I'm blessed with a 3-year-old kid. So imagine the kind of pressure that's on me on a daily basis. Despite this, I choose to be happy and take life as it happens to me one day at a time. I do not allow the negative things that happen around me to influence me. That is the essence of today's topic, which is to live free. Do you think something bad has happened to you, someone insulted you, or you broke up with someone, or you lost your loved ones? Always remember that the way we feel and the way we choose to live is a choice that we make for ourselves. I know it isn't easy and the pressure sometimes really wears you down, but so long as you are determined and persevere through the testing times, I'm sure you'll overcome the odds and come out victorious. With such a situation surrounding me, every day is a challenge and every moment is kind of a battle. Please note, I'm not sharing my life story just to boast about myself, but to encourage you guys that if you feel down and depressed, let me tell you that life is too short to be wasted. This channel that I'm running currently is entirely managed by myself. That's why I'm unable to reply immediately to most of your queries here on YouTube or Facebook. But eventually I do read most of your messages and reply at least once a week. Also, you know about my home situation now. My wife is pursuing her higher studies, so I need to take care of my lovely little daughter as well. But I still choose to enjoy every moment of my life. I try to be happy and make others happy. So I encourage you to live such a life and see how beautiful life starts appearing to you. Live free from negative influences, live to make others happy, and live to love. Please understand that every moment is precious. One moment lost will never return. A harsh word spoken can never be taken back. A heart broken can never be mended. So let's choose our words carefully when we interact with family, friends, and loved ones. So that was my life, guys. I got my YouTube partnership invitation in mid 2014, got the channel verified by 2014 end, and then with the constantly growing subscribers, I resigned my job because I thought I needed to do justice to the kind of expectations you guys have from my channel. Well, sorry for the lecture, guys. This isn't an art of living class. This is Dinos Vault, and this is about cars and bikes and other cool stuff that life has to offer. Well, we reached our destination and stopped by at a tiffin center. Now, while chilling out and relaxing, we spoke about the number of road accidents that are increasing at an alarming rate here in our nation. You can see that I've upgraded my riding gear as well. I just bought a new jacket and a new pair of gloves. I'll be reviewing them soon as well. So after relaxing for a while, we started back home again. We just stopped by to refuel, and let me tell you that the Mojo is an outstanding motorcycle, especially considering its price tag. Yes, it does lack ABS, but apart from that, the bike is an absolute delight for long distance touring. It offers the ideal seating posture, great high-speed stability, adequate power and torque to keep you interested, and also offers a big bike feel in terms of looks. The only thing I wish were better were the brakes. They don't inspire the kind of confidence you hope for. So apart from that, everything was spot on. Amir, Harsha and Mr. Koki took the Mojo out for a spin, and here is their first impression after getting to ride the bike.
Yeah, I was thinking it's like a small bike, because I'm used to all big bikes.
Okay.
So whenever I take a small bike, I feel that it's a very small.
Okay.
But Mojo is entirely different. I find it is like driving a big bike.
Okay.
Not like driving a small normal bike. Okay. It's like a big, and it's having a power. And the pickup is good, and it has a speed.
Okay.
And stability, very stable and very smooth.
Okay, so that is the USP, that is what you liked about the Mojo.
Yeah.
Anything you didn't like about the bike?
I think it's value for money.
Okay.
It's value for money.
Okay. So thank you so much, and let's go to Harsha here. Harsha, you are RC200, right?
Exactly.
And I believe you've been to Ladakh once?
Yeah, it's on the RC200 with 2 pillows under my butt.
Okay. So how was your experience with the Mojo?
Yeah, it was wonderful actually. I wasn't expecting such a refined engine from Mahindra, and it surprised me a lot. And even the riding position is very comfortable. The cushioning is really good. It's very soft. I ride a RC200, so it's it's very hard. So I think it's a really beautiful bike too. To look, it has really good posture. Yeah, drawbacks I would say there's a lot of wind blast when you're at high speeds above 120 or something.
So Amir, how do you find the Mojo?
It is pretty good actually. My eye catcher was only this riding position. That was completely awesome, because when we ride RC, that sustain somewhat back pain and all. But this Mojo is completely awesome, and that is an eye catcher actually from front side, and that 2 exhaust is good.
So anyhow guys, RC is in a different segment. It's a track oriented bike, and this is a hardcore tourer. So in terms of comfort is what you liked it the most, comfort and sitting posture and the stability.
Stability is good, and comparing to in 300 segment, we have this single cylinder with money for value. It is 2 lakh rupees only. That is
less than 2 lakhs.
Is it less than 2 lakhs actually? I like the most for it.
Okay. So thank you very much for joining and sharing your opinion. So I'll hope it will help the prospective buyers out there to make the right choice. Well, that's about it for now, guys. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless, and ride safe.